it look great in here or what?
New set design. We're moving. We moved
Back to a new place.
Did you know that you could change the color of your walls?
You're kidding. And it's renter friendly?
Not necessarily. But did you know that you could change the color of your walls?
You can do it anyways. With just a little...
But with what?
It's this crazy thing. I like just found out about it. So basically what you do is you take your existing wall color and you just go over it with this thing called paint.
Contact?
Yeah, and it's like a different paint.
Pine?
And it's like a different
Pine?
color. And you just put it on top of what was there before.
On top of what?
On top
What
of
was
the
there?
old color.
Pine.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool.
I know, it's crazy. And it's not renter friendly, but I learned
Wait, explain renter. What does that mean?
like, you know, technically
Never
you're
heard
not
of that
supposed to
before.
like change things
I
in
don't
your
necessarily-
apartment because you don't own it. But I'm trying out this new thing called ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I've struggled with in the past as someone who's scared of authority.
Ask for forgiveness,
Right.
not permission.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Anyways,
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I discovered a thing or two about the paint color that we had.
It's atrocious.
I thought it was bad. I knew it was bad. I was aware that it was bad. I didn't realize how bad.
Until we started getting into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, it is just drastically different.
We've been living here for a couple of years and the paint color has always been an issue. But it got to that point where we were just like, we're not really moving anytime soon.
Because we can't.
Because we can't.
So
And it would be so inconvenient. I mean, this is already a big repainting a living room that you've already lived in for 2 years is already an inconvenience.
Right.
Also, we don't own this place, so it's like, why do I care enough to even paint the place? But we've been
But it
living
was
here
getting
for
to the
so
point.
long,
Yeah.
to the point where, yeah,
It was getting to the point where I was like, if I don't paint these walls right now, I'm gonna have a mental
I'm
break.
gonna have an explosion
Like, I'm gonna lose my
in
mind.
through both ends, this way and that way at the same time. So
Yeah, so anyways, we're taking matters into our own hands. We have 4 gallons of paint here. We did go to Home Depot.
yeah,
Had painting mansplained to me a little bit,
yeah.
which to be expected. Which is why instead of wearing a skirt when we went this morning, I wore these because I was like, oh, maybe they'll like
This
take me
bitch knows what
seriously.
she's doing. She's wearing a construction outfit, and it's Dickies, so
And
that's
I was like,
pretty serious.
hey, do you have the 5-in-1 paint tool? I led with that.
Said, oh, you got
Yeah.
specific with it.
I need the 5-in-1 paint tool, you know, to take the paint out of the roller. And he was like, yeah, let me walk you to that aisle.
That guy that was helping you was really nice because when he walked past me while I was waiting for the gallons of paint in the shakers, he walked past me because he was wheeling a bunch of wood on this giant cart,
yeah.
and he smiled at me, and he had a really nice smile.
He did. He was
and I
nice.
was like, that's really nice.
He's very nice.
Yeah, because I moved my car over for him to make some more room for him, and he was
cute.
like,
That's nice. That's very
he
sweet.
was like, I was
you
like,
know, it's like Home Depot is a safe space in some ways, but in other ways, I'm like, I don't really want things explained to me because I'm like, I know, just like give me what I need.
yes.
I don't need a
please.
tutorial.
No. Like we know. Which,
Like,
I mean,
that's why
I
I'm
don't
here.
know, but I also don't want you to tell me because I'm not trying to listen to you. Tell me what to do.
Right.
I didn't ask.
Yeah.
I honestly hate when I didn't ask
And someone
and
tells
like you're like mansplaining.
like, oh, I did that with you a lot.
yeah, and I tell you that I'm like, you're womansplaining right now.
I just like to be knowledgeable. I like to show off
Yeah.
that I'm smart.
Yeah, sometimes I like it, but other times it hits. Sometimes it hits a nerve.
I think you have like maybe like a problem.
No, sometimes it hits a nerve,
And it
I'm
really
like,
shouldn't, because I really can't pick and choose which days. Like I just don't know.
and I can't pick and choose which
Yeah,
days
that's
I'm
what
gonna
saying.
accept
like,
it.
some
so.
days you're like, wow, and other days you're like, okay.
Yeah. Other days I don't.
And I'm supposed to just be like, okay.
Well, it's a constant thing, so and
Cool,
I can't be yippy yappy. Oh my god, I'm so curious all the time. Okay, like
You're
you
gonna
just
have to
can't-
work
I
that.
can't-
You're gonna have to
I
work that
can't
out
do
before
that.
you're in a relationship.
You're gonna need to work out your womansplaining because
Some people find it cute, endearing.
who?
Nobody does. Speaking of relationships, it's Valentine's Day week.
Oh my god, happy Valentine's Wait, alone? No, I'm not.
This is my 25th year doing Valentine's Day with a lover.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Who's this? Who described this person?
So this year it's a different person than last year because I like to switch it up every year. And this year the person is, you know, they're like kind of perfect in my eyes, right? Like 500 years old,
What?
lots of power. They have like a lot of power, magic, and like in life or death situations, they want to protect me.
Where'd you meet them?
They found me. Yeah, I was just like walking around in the forest by myself and they were like, hey, you.
Were you scared?
No, not at all.
Why not?
Because he was the most handsome man I've ever seen in my life.
What does he describe his features?
Well,
I
he's
want to
like-
know. Why have I never met him before? You said you... Wait, what?
Well, this is my first Valentine's Day with him.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's like tall, you know. I would say probably like, you know, like an appropriate height, like 5'11" to 6'2".
That's it.
They don't need to be that. I'm 5'2.5". I don't want them to be so much taller than me that it's
You
like,
need a 7-foot man.
how are we going to be in pictures together?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Dark hair. You know, I love the like dark brunette, kind of like wavy hair. Nice olive skin tone, green eyes, and magical in every sense of the word.
Got you.
Yeah. So,
Magical. What kind of magic?
you know, like can make shadows do things.
Do you know?
Tell me about who you're studying about.
I don't got a Valentine's. The fuck? And it seems like you don't either.
Why can't you just believe me for like what I'm saying?
I don't. Let me just chip my nail polish off real quick.
Can you not do that?
It just fell off. It just
fell
fell off. Does that not happen to you? Sometimes the gel nail polish like comes up and you just gotta do it.
Yeah, sometimes.
And I wasn't gonna let it hang there, but anyways, I don't have Valentine's. It's been Galentine's. 24 years of my
No,
life.
yeah, it's been Galentine's. It's been Galentine's.
Galentine's, and it's been Sadentine's.
It's been really honestly.
Sadentine's.
I honestly just kind of like, I just kind of enjoy the holiday for what it is.
It's
in
cute.
terms of like, it's pink, it's cute, the candy's in heart shapes,
I love the idea of it.
cute like flowers and things. Like it's just, it's a
Same.
girl's holiday.
Everything at the store is really
Yeah,
cute too.
it's
I
really
love
cute.
going to Target during this time of year and
Me
getting
too.
all the little heart-shaped chocolates,
Yeah.
little stuffed animals.
Little dishes.
Yeah, I love it.
I do too.
But yeah, I don't have any plans.
But yeah, I
so-
don't have a Valentine, obviously.
Yeah, so that's gonna be awkward.
But like, yeah, no.
I honestly am fine.
I honestly am too. I kind of don't care. Like, I feel like maybe it would suck more if I had like done a Valentine's Day before and like it was like a really enjoyable experience, but like I just haven't.
We're going through the stages that we go through every year where it's like denial,
Grief.
sadness, and then
Anger.
acceptance, and then anger. Because it's acceptance during Valentine's Day, and then the anger comes after.
Okay,
for
but
me.
no, I had a little bit of anger this morning. I don't know if
Really?
you clocked this.
What?
The people in front of us at Courage Bagels.
Mm-mm. Oh yeah, they were smooching it up.
Bruh, I was literally like, listen, love is cute.
Right.
Congrats, everybody. Literally, I kid you not, you were parking the car, I walked up, and the second I got in line, he smacked her ass. And I was like, bruh, like, in front of my salad.
Smack ass Friday.
It's a Sunday.
Smack ass Lord's Day.
And it was like 9:30 a.m. Like, shouldn't y'all be in church? Why are you smacking? Also, like, right when I walked up, I was like, disrespectful.
Yeah.
And then the whole time in line, they were like,
Yeah. No, they were.
And
Like, guys, it's Sunday and you're getting a bagel.
also, you're in a line with like 50 other people. Like, can you do that like differently? I don't know.
Yeah. No,
I
I
don't
know
know.
what you mean.
Like PDA, I don't know. Like, I just don't. Like, there's parts.
Sometimes it's cute, but
sometimes I'm like, oh, hot.
I like it for
Like, oh, hot. You like have to have each other right now.
when I'm at.
I don't like it so much when you guys are like in your pajamas and you were clearly just together and like, why are you still?
You can just tell it's not the right setting because first of all, it's the morning time and it's also like everyone's just getting bagels. Also, there's children and families here, but it makes sense if it were at a dinner setting on an evening or at the movies on an
Right.
evening night.
Right.
any date night setting, I totally understand PDA. But there are families and children here, and I'm just a woman trying to get a bagel.
I'm just trying to get a bagel. I'm just trying to get a bagel Valentine's Day week without being reminded that I've been alone for my entire life. Listen.
Oh.
Oh.
That was bitter. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, so.
But like, do what you want, I guess.
Yeah.
Congrats to them.
So they're gonna have an awesome Valentine's Day, I guess.
I guess. They seem to have an awesome time all the time. They don't need, it doesn't even need to be that.
They were fully wearing plaid pajama
Dude,
pants.
I was dying.
Both of them.
One of them was Christmas. No, the other one was Christmas jammies.
Oh.
And I was like, huh.
Slay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not judging what people pull up to Courage Bagels in, but I just thought it was an eclectic taste.
There was a lot going on that I was like observing.
Yeah.
Also, they seemed young.
They were very young.
So I was
seemed
like,
like
okay.
college.
Like maybe they're like, yeah.
Like freshman or sophomore.
What are you doing spending $20 on a bagel if you're in college? What
It's
am
LA,
I
baby.
doing spending $20 on a bagel?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about how I spent $30. Because they
They
spin
tip.
the thing around and they're like, would you like to leave a tip?
Uh-huh.
What am I supposed to say? No.
Yeah. I'm like,
15. Like a $4 tip
Yeah.
on my bagel? The bagel should have been $4.
No, I know.
So yeah, my total was $30
Yeah.
and like 30 cents for.
That's really fucked up.
And I didn't even get oat milk.
It's really fucked up.
I didn't
A
even-
bagel?
A bagel.
A bagel.
A bagel.
A bagel
and
should be
iced
$5.
vanilla latte. My bagel was $17. My latte was $7.50. Plus tip, $30. What?
And the economy is crashing.
And I did
during the
all I
economy
did was
crash.
go outside for like 2 seconds.
During the economy crash too, this is not sustainable for people. We should not be buying food this expensive. We should not be selling food this expensive. This is awful. This is horrid.
It's just wrong. It was delicious though.
Stop. Do it again. I would do it 30 times over.
I would do it every morning.
Same.
If it wasn't so far away.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was rough for me.
Messed up.
It was. It was a great. I mean, I guess you pay for the experience.
Beautiful bagel.
Great bagel. But I'm like $30. I feel like should get me at least like 2 dinners.
Yeah.
I just miss the days when $30 could stretch that far.
We wrote a song on our
We
during our
did.
bagel.
Do you still have the melody in your head?
No. You wrote it.
I wrote the lyric.
Okay.
Let's see.
You wrote the song.
Oh,
Well, you wrote the melody and the first line and the second line.
I kind of forget the melody.
What was the lyric?
My head feels so heavy on my neck.
My head
Feels so heavy on my neck.
Next line.
He told me that I'm just a wreck.
And I'm with you stuck in this so bad.
Ooh.
What should we call it?
Neck.
Neck. The album art. The album art's like. No, but banger.
No, yeah, that did just come out of me. Just, I feel like if I want to do a career pivot, like now's the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to start recording this, getting you in the studio down the street.
I'm saying, just like tell me when you want me to pick you up at work, and I'm just gonna go in there singing.
Just drop a.
I think they'll be like, oh shit, wait, like you're really good.
Yeah.
Wait, she's like really good.
And I'll start pitching you as if you're not my roommate.
But I love it.
We'll have an alias name for you.
I love it.
What's your artist name? Like E-Dev?
You know, I've thought about this a lot.
Yeah, what
actually.
is it?
Because I think like E DeVille.
Oh yeah, I like
Lee
DeVille.
DeVille.
Yeah.
You know, like but like DEVILLE. You know?
D-E, yep.
Or even like DE space VILLE. I think that's
Is it just DeVille, one word?
Yeah, it could be
DeVille.
DeVille.
Oh, are you going to DeVille's concert tonight?
Oh, you know?
DeVille.
It's so much better than what I've got going on.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, I found this new artist. Her name is DeVille. You should listen to a couple of her
Holy
demos.
shit.
She sent me her demos
That's good.
last week. You should listen to them.
All of my merch would have deviled eggs on it.
She produces herself. She writes and produces herself and writes her melodies. She's like strong top liner as well.
Oh, you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Thanks.
I'm
I'm gonna start like going outside and pitching
No, I
you.
can see it now. Like, wow, wait, maybe I should like take some classes or something.
Yeah.
That actually is something that I feel very strongly about, because I do think everything can be learned.
I think
so obviously some people have natural born talent, but like other people who don't, that are trying it and they're not good.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, I genuinely, I love lyricism so much. And when good lyrics are matched with a good melody, I don't know how else to. It's just like
It's moving.
explosions.
It's moving.
I feel moved. Also, I don't know. I don't like expressing my own emotions, but like I'm able to express my own emotions when I find my emotions in the music that I like, in the music that I listen to. Yeah. So when I'm like, ooh, I'm listening to my own music, but somebody's saying what I've been thinking.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know exactly what you're saying right now? You know what it applies to?
Huh.
In my life that you don't get?
Yeah.
Books. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm aware. Okay. I think that's why everyone likes their own little medias, because they see themselves in it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I would say the same about music.
Yeah.
I feel this.
But you're having a book era.
TV, movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm having all the eras at once all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of exhausting though. Like I've been really fighting to get through my book this week.
Yes.
Because I've been distracted.
Yes.
By all of this.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes. But I don't know why people are tone deaf.
Oh.
No offense.
Okay, because I do have questions about this because everything is learnable. But then I start to wonder: can you learn it if you're tone deaf? I just don't really understand tone deafness, because how can you hear something and not be able to replicate it?
Or how can you somewhat of a condition?
How can you sing something and not know that it's off? Because, like, you heard it. Like, you heard the original. You heard yourself do it. You can tell that it's not the same, right?
I would think so. But sometimes...
Sometimes
is
because, like,
not the case.
You know what I mean? Like, I know when I hit the wrong note.
Same.
Like, and
then I crawl back inside
I'm like,
myself.
ooh.
Yeah.
Or, like, I'm not going to go do a karaoke song where I know I can't hit the notes. Like, I know. Like, you just... And I'm not a singer, but I know.
Same.
So
but when people claim, well, everyone should do whatever they want. I don't care. Do whatever you want. Please. Do not let this prevent anyone from chasing your dreams. But when somebody claims that they're a singer, I'm like, yes, sing. But when a note is incredibly flat or incredibly sharp, and it's not intentionally a note change, and I know they were trying to hit that note, and then they just didn't, and then they like claim that they did, I'm very confused. Because you didn't hit the note, but it wasn't a note change. You tried to match the note that was in the original recording, but then you didn't. And then are publishing like a finalized version of a cover. I just don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand tone deafness. I want somebody to explain that to me, like a dummy, because I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either. I do think it's kind of like endearing in the movie My Best Friend's Wedding. Yeah. Like Cameron Diaz's character is like doing karaoke and she's like absolutely horrible at it.
It's for jokes though, right? Or no?
No, she's dead serious.
Oh, okay.
She's just like actually tone deaf.
Oh.
And her fiance is like.
Yeah, that's cute. Yeah,
that's cute. Yeah, that's cute. Like I do. I guess there's space for tone deafness.
Yeah, there is the tone deaf community.
Woo!
And
we stand with you.
We stand with you. I am a tone deaf community ally. I think also we should all be more brave in that sense, that we should.
But I do wonder.
Express ourselves.
I do wonder if like that can be coached. Or if like once you're tone deaf, you're tone deaf.
I think it depends on how severe the case is. Because I think
it's like a disease.
I think the cases, severities, they range.
Right.
It's like you could be kind of tone deaf, or you can be like
incredibly tone deaf.
I don't know if you're incredibly tone deaf. You might just not be able to sing certain songs. Like you might just need to rap or like.
I just feel like everyone can sing. Think about when you go to a concert and like everyone's singing together and there's like a collective like. And like people, like it sounds good. Like I'm thinking like Ketchum, Idaho, live, Cherry Wine.
Yeah, we're
live.
all singing. Yeah.
Everybody's singing and it sounds beautiful. I do think to an extent, like most of society can sing or like can match pitch. I just feel like figure out your range and like stick to songs within that.
Yeah, I think
like
so
why
too.
push yourself to
Like,
do
don't
something
sing
that
Adele.
you can't really sing?
Don't sing Adele if
You know, don't
or like
don't do a Celine Dion if you can. You know?
yeah.
Like let's save that for Celine Dion.
Yeah, that's true. People with the vocal range.
Do a little like singer-songwriter acoustic,
Something
slow
easy.
song. You know.
Sing Thrift Shop by Macklemore. There's no singing involved in that.
What?
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 What's the
Yeah, I
opening
can play
line?
it.
Woke up in the thrift shop. Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Don't know.
I don't think,
Don't think
so.
so. Don't think so.
I
yeah.
don't think so.
It's just some people just don't have rhythm too, and that's I'm an ally to the non-rhythmic community.
I don't have rhythm. I don't have rhythm.
I'm an ally. See, my friend doesn't have rhythm.
Yeah.
And I'm still friends with you.
Wow, that's so kind.
Right?
I just could never play the drums. Like, I just couldn't. Like, that I can't do. Like, maybe another instrument, but drums.
Not
is
even
hard.
like a. Could you clap? Could you
Yeah,
clap
I
to
just
stuff?
got to the. I'm not like rhythm deaf.
Okay.
Like,
I'm like, can you not even?
I just
hear
like
it?
I don't think I could like hit a bunch of drums and do the foot pedal
Oh.
at the same time.
Did you play piano? Did you play piano?
I can do
with the
that.
pedal?
That's different though. I feel like that's more melodic. That's not like a
less organized.
You know?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that does look hard when somebody's like,
When they're like doing this to like a single beat and then they're also like
yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
how?
Mm-mm.
How?
Did you do that thing in middle school where you like have to draw a circle with your left leg?
Yeah,
What-
I was literally just
what
gonna
is
bring that
it?
up. It's like
It's like draw a circle with draw a clock.
like you're
Clockwise
counterclockwise this way and then
circle.
like counterclockwise this way. Or something. Like I can do that.
Wait, but I remember not being.
No,
able
it's a
to
tri
do it.
is it a triangle? You're doing a triangle?
Wait, I just got confused.
like you're trying to do
Wait,
I think it's like a triangle with your
Wait. No, I can't do
Like,
it.
I can't do it. Like
Triangle?
and then like a counterclockwise circle.
Oh, I'm doing a wall.
yeah, no, I can't do it.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I feel like a drummer could do that. You know what I mean?
Same.
Like I feel like they can designate different roles for like each extremity
I think
in a way
so,
that I
too.
cannot.
Yeah, me
So-
too. I'm not there.
Yeah.
I think I can learn, but I'm good.
They're honestly the fig tree metaphor.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about because
Tell me about it again. Because let's introduce
so because I've been
this
thinking,
topic.
so this is something that I've been thinking a lot about in my probably like more recently in my like post 23 age, just this concept of like not being able to do everything. So the metaphor is from the bell jar, and it's this idea. Sylvia Plath is talking about like how at the end of every like fig tree branch, there's like a different fig, right? And so like this concept that in your life you could go down like a multitude of paths, but you can't go down all of them. And like because you can't go down all of them, like as you're trying to go down this one, if you're like actually wait, never mind, I want to do this one, and oh wait, never mind, the figs start to rot and fall off the tree. You can't do it all. And I feel like that's kind of like where I am as a 25-year-old, where I'm like, oh, like maybe I do need to narrow down my niche. Like I've had maybe one too many eras. Like maybe I've like, I wish, you know, like in 5th grade when I was playing the piano, that I had just refined my skill
and focus on that one
and
thing.
like now I could play the piano, but I can't because I was like,
Can't do anything now. Because then you focus on
oh, never mind, I don't want to play piano. I want to play cello, and then I gave that up, and then I was like, oh, maybe I'll play like, oh, let me like go down the soccer path, and then it's like, actually, you suck at soccer. You can't do soccer. Oh, like maybe I'll do photography for a little bit. Oh wait, actually you like didn't really refine that skill, so now you can't do that. And I'm just thinking all the things that like I wish I like I don't know if I'm gonna ever be able to surf. And I wish I could. I wish I could play the drums, but like when am I going to develop that skill?
There's so many things, and now we're boxed in.
Yeah.
And a lot of our time is eaten up by what we got to do in order to pay the bills, do all these things, to be responsible adults.
So now I feel like I'm just like average at a bunch of things.
Same.
And I don't excel in anything.
Same. I got nothing going for me.
You know?
Yeah.
And
I will say that one thing that I did quit that I did have going for me, I played piano for a very long time, but then I think I started too early, but then also there was too much practice. I practiced way too much and I got tired of it. I was practicing every single day for like 7 years. And then but that was always something that my parents encouraged and was like, you need to do this, like you're going to regret it if you don't quit. But I was always the one that was like, I hate this, I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's awful. Like I was good at it. It was good because I started so early.
Yeah.
And then I got to a point where I was like,
I don't want to do this anymore.
Amazing playing the piano at 7th grade, but one day I exploded and I was like, I never want to touch a piano ever. And my dad was like, you will regret this.
And they were right.
You are going to regret this. And I was like, I don't care.
Not that I'd be like a renowned piano player or anything now.
Not that but I don't even know, like I forgot, I don't know how to read a playbook anymore. Like
I can't.
Notes on a page, but I was able to do that.
Yeah.
But I will say my father was correct. I do regret
that's crazy.
quitting the piano.
Yeah. I just wish I had like some skill. Like some skill in something that like I could like whip out. This is like what I want to kind of trick people into thinking that I have these skills, because I'm like, what if I just like learn how to play Hallelujah Junction on the piano really well, and like
just that one,
just the one song, and I like can just do it really great, and like every time someone's like, oh, you play the piano, I can be like, oh yeah, like let me play something for you, and I'll just play that one song every time, and people will be like, holy shit, you're really good, but really I just know the one song.
Yeah. That one song that would that be your one song, Hallelujah Junction, or what would they be that one?
I would love to be able to play Hallelujah Junction.
I would love to do
or Man in the Backyard.
What's that?
It's also from Call Me By Your Name.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think got you. I would love to play Bella's theme.
That would
That's
be really
my
good.
one.
Yeah, like I think that's just like a good party trick. Same with like cooking. Like I don't know that I like will ever be like a great cook, but like what if I just had a really good cookie recipe?
Yeah.
And like anytime I went somewhere, they were like, "Where are your cookies? Like, did you bring your cookies?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just have those things in your back pocket. I agree.
Or like I can't really like I used to paint. Same thing with painting. Like I used to paint, now I don't paint anymore. Like as in not this kind of paint, but like actual painting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like what if I just get really good at like painting clouds, and then like everywhere I go, I just paint clouds.
Like a whip out an amazing cloud.
Like
painting.
and people are like, holy shit,
That's
like
true.
you can paint clouds really well. But that's like the only thing I can do.
You should actually do that.
Right? Like refine a few skills. I just feel like, it upsets me so much that like I am a modern woman. I just feel like I was born in the wrong century, because I feel like I would have been like the perfect candidate to marry back in the day, right? You know what I mean? Like I'm like, I can
want someone to
like I can read, I can craft, I can paint, I play the piano, I speak multiple languages, I could cook, I love children, I'm beautiful.
What more could you ask for?
Like literally nothing. Like I just feel like I would have been the diamond of the season.
You're not white though, so
in the Bridgerton world, I guess I would be the diamond of the season. Oh right, because like I actually wouldn't have been living in like Regency era Europe, because look at me. They would have been like a mixed breed. They would have been like, why is her hair brown and her eyes like not brown,
like not normal looking. No.
This child was born out of an illegal union. Oh right, so I guess I wouldn't have been the diamond of the season.
In the Bridgerton universe though.
In the Bridgerton universe, I would have bodied it. But yeah, I do feel like that's such a disappointment to me, because like, oh, so now I have to like be a modern day woman.
Yeah,
and
really
like
sucks.
Work for money.
Freedom is great and all, but until it's not.
Until it's not freedom anymore, and it's not.
Yeah,
until the freedom is put in a box.
It's a facade freedom. It's fake freedom.
Yeah.
It's like, let me sell you this freedom, but it's not actually freedom.
Speaking of freedom,
what?
American flags and what they symbolize,
Okay.
and how they're.
What about that?
And how,
what about you? What are you gonna say to me?
I was just gonna talk about how I feel like they've been disrespected.
How so?
They've been disrespected by the people who claim to be fighting for freedom the most. The way that they're sticking them on the backs of their cars, the way that they're putting them around their Jeep spare tires, the way that they're wearing them on a set of overalls. You're not supposed to be doing all that with the flag. Like, this is like an American symbol. This is like something to be extremely respected, and yet here they are changing the colors of it to match their mission. And
it doesn't sit right.
It doesn't sit right with me as an American. It just doesn't sit right with me. I feel like, like things are being co-opted for people's personal missions.
Interesting.
You know? Much like Christianity and anti-abortionism.
Yeah.
Gas.
No,
Oh, you're taking a thing that like other people feel strongly about and you're like warping it so that it only fits your personal beliefs.
Yeah. But then your people also claim to preserve the flag, preserve this precious symbol. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, sure. I guess. However, yeah, no, because it does. With that being said, you will find photos of me on the internet disrespecting the flag. I will be waving it around in a Lana Del Rey-esque way because listen, that was the time.
Yeah.
2015.
Lana's
that was
my
the time.
president.
Like she honestly probably saved America.
She did.
And
she saved a large percentage of Americans.
She did. And I do feel like that time of youth is just so important.
Free, and it was free.
The time in which you like are just obsessed with things. Preteens. Oh. Preteen culture is over.
It's over.
Preteen culture is dead. I feel like all I'm seeing these days is like all my competition these days is 13-year-olds doing their makeup routines with the same stuff that I'm using. I'm at Aritzia fighting kiddos.
What happened to Claire's makeup?
I'm saying. What happened to Lip Smackers?
What happened to Justice?
What happened to Livy Lou?
Hollister's dying. It's sad.
It's just really sad, and it's forcing kids to grow up. It's forcing them to grow up.
It's sad.
And they don't.
Why are they shopping at Aritzia?
Dude, I don't know if it's just LA.
No, I think it's.
I just feel like the teens.
It might be LA, but I do not know why children would be shopping at Aritzia. Because if I were a child and I walked past Aritzia, I'd be like, this is like some
bland,
40-year-old, 50-year-old woman, like
Ann Taylor
in an office, like wearing the boxiest, ugliest like sweater that I've ever seen.
14 blazers.
No, yeah. Why are you wearing blazers and like a work pant?
It just makes me so sad because I feel like I'm not seeing. Except for so I actually am seeing it currently right now. I feel like there's a little bit of preteen culture that's coming back, and of course I'm using my personal connections with like 12 to 15-year-olds to push this agenda forward because I want to bring preteen culture back. Hence me telling Amelia to tell Lena to watch Percy Jackson. Hence me texting my little cousin telling her to watch Percy Jackson because I feel like they haven't, that age group hasn't had like an age appropriate like piece of media to latch onto in the way that we did. Like, I don't know what modern day The Fault in Our Stars is.
Yeah.
I don't know what modern day, like, Hunger Games is.
Yeah.
Like, the teens were going to those things in hordes.
Yeah.
And what are the teens doing in hordes today?
Bethany Frankel's kid on TikTok, because Bethany Frankel's TikToks come up on my For You page, and she posted a video with her daughter, and she's maybe like 13 or 14, 12 or whatever, but she like walks up to her mom and she's like, Mom, there is nothing good like for my media. Like everything that's good was like, what was it like?
Like Gilmore Girls.
Yes. She was like, what was it like living in the 2000s? And Bethany was like, why are you asking me that? Like, what do you mean? What was it like living in the 2000s? She was like, the media was so much better. Like everything was so much better. The music was so much better. The film was so much better. The TV.
And there was stuff that was like targeted for that age group.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And I'm sure like viewership for current age things, like newer things, like on streaming services and music, it is down. Like, for example, labels are laying off their employees in masses, in hundreds, because like nobody's listening to the new artists that are trying to be developed. And then also writer's strike in film and TV, because nobody's watching these new films that are being written.
Because nobody's being paid enough to write anything.
Exactly. It's like, because no one's being paid enough. It's like a cyclone horrid situation happening, and there's not money flowing through for good media in general. So like music is failing, TV is failing, film is failing. I feel like less film, but like still I see that because I'm watching a lot of the movies that I'm watching in theaters are awful.
I just feel
awful,
like when
they're awful.
Like I was expecting when I would see, I guess I was wrong to expect this, but when I was at the new Hunger Games, I was like, oh, like it should, like where are the teens? Obviously that was like a wrong thought because like the teens are grown-ups now and that's why I was there. But like I don't feel like I've seen like a midnight premiere where teens have lined up to go see something.
Not even Wonka.
Ages.
Not even Wonka. And that was supposed to do something, at least because Timothée Chalamet is a heartthrob.
He's just probably like a little bit too old for like a true preteen, because I feel like that's where you need to get them, right? Like that's
you need to because
you need
Robert Pattinson was
like you need to get them like when they're your age appropriate, or like at least closer to like when you can be a fan. Like I feel like I was obsessed with Five Sauce in One Direction because they were like a little bit older, a little bit unattainable, but like they were still young. So like I could latch onto that, and then you like, you know, obviously like latch onto it and you carry it with you for the rest of times. I just am like I'm not seeing that anymore until recently with the new Percy Jackson. Like I am on like Walker TikTok, and I feel like anytime I see Percy Jackson stuff and Walker is like in a piece of media, or like Walker and Leah are together, or like whatever, I do feel like there are people, I have seen cute little comments that are like, oh my god, he's so cute, I'm 13. Like, oh my god, wait, I love them so much. Like, and I'm like so thrilled for there to be some piece of media for like that age group to be kind of obsessed with and grow with, right? Because like growing up with like a Harry Potter or like a Hunger Games and like a franchise, like that is such a cool thing. And I'm like, I hope that they age this show up a little bit, because I do feel like it was kind of, it's definitely giving like they catered it a little too young. Like it was a little too predictable. I wish they need to add a little bit more suspense into it. And then like age it up slightly. But I feel like if they do it right, and this ends up being like a 5-year long thing that like kids can enjoy, then like we'll have replicated something.
I agree. I think like it really just can't get any more perfect than Harry Potter franchise wise, because if you think about the first movie compared to the last movie, and like the maturity of growth that happens, but also even how the first movie is so childlike and like childish and innocent, but like, and anyone at any age could watch that movie and be like, that was a good movie. Like it told no questions, it told every story. You watched this little kid like
and you're
go through a
you're
little
like, oh wait, I
problem,
want to know more.
And you grow feelings for them too. You grow like an immense emotional connection to all the characters,
right?
But yeah, that is like that's what I feel like the Percy Jackson thing is missing a little bit, because you said it was a little bit more.
It was a little too childlike. I feel like you need a little bit more of the
mature story,
the mature themes.
It
doesn't have to be like scary or like aggressive.
No,
like, it just
doesn't need to be inappropriate.
No, like there just needs to be like some themes for like people to like grow with, like young kids to grow with. I feel like I had that a lot out of the books, and I think that I feel like they took a few creative liberties. They could go back a little bit more to the books, the book dialogue. For the following seasons. I really
don't like when people try to modernize things and be lingo of internet lingo and something that should not have internet lingo whatsoever. You should just not be having internet lingo unless it's satire, unless it's for like a comedy and like you're making fun of current age times. You should not be using internet lingo in your films or your TV. I feel like what like a lot of these places are missing are just like cool people with taste of like multiple generations, so that someone can clock when something is like not cool. Too bad. I agree. Because someone's not telling people no in the room. Someone's not saying the right thing. Someone's being yes man. And you know what? I'm kind of a yes man at work. I know. But it's hard not to be. It's hard not to be, and that sucks. But like things are flopping. Things are flopping because people are just being like, yeah, that sounds good. No innovation, no creativity. None. So many remakes. So many remakes. Too many. So many remakes. And I don't feel like I don't know that there's been a remake that I've been like, this is better than the original. Maybe Parent Trap 1999. Little Women. In very rare cases. And I only think Little Women as a remake was as good as it was because it took so much thought and care from the original into the remake. Like I could tell watching the original Little Women that Greta Gerwig's Little Women was heavily inspired by the original. Like you could tell from Greta's version that Little Women 1994 was one of her favorite movies. You could feel it, like the way the set design was, like and I think that's the correct way to do a remake. You gotta it needs to be thoughtful, it needs to be given like care. Love. I fully agree with that. Otherwise, don't make a remake. No. Please come up with an original storyline.
nobody wants to come up with an original storyline these days.
But when they do come up with an original storyline, they do just try to make it so, oh god, they just try to make it so internet-y.
Yeah.
And it's so not flavorful. It's just so
I feel like
spoon-fed in a way.
I did really enjoy the Holdovers when I went last weekend.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was obviously set in a different time period, so, like, maybe that's why it felt better. Like, I don't know if we're ready to make modern media set in present day yet. Like, I don't know if
we're not.
I don't know if we're there yet. Like, I don't know if, like, putting an iPhone in a movie can be done nostalgically quite yet.
Yeah, it can.
I do feel like Normal People a little bit did a good job with it, because that was, like, present day, and it didn't feel overly present day.
Yeah.
But that was I don't know. I feel like that's a really special case. Like, that show was just very well done.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it to A24. Like,
it's got it.
It's
a wrap. They won.
The coloring in every single thing that they do is exquisite. Even if it's like weird, it's purposeful and it makes sense. The movies that they make,
every storyline, and honestly, like, they do have a formula.
They do, and I know they're following it.
And the formula is great.
It's working very well for me.
And listen, I cry every movie, and it can be about something completely different, but they rip it with your heartstrings. You know?
They've mastered whatever Disney has mastered within movie realm. Like Disney has their formula where they gotta hit Pixar. Certain emotions in a certain person.
Inside Out, Turning Red.
Yes. You come up with any random concept, you can remake that 200 times and make it reinvent it, make it different, and it'll feel like a different movie, but it's not. Yeah. And I feel like A24 has mastered that same formula.
They have really done a phenomenal job.
Somebody's doing mathematics and being like,
and listen, if you have a formula, take advantage of it.
I agree. You should be
rewrite things.
No, like, you should be reusing it, but reinventing things.
Reinventing, like, give us a new storyline. Please, like, a new storyline would be great, and then use your formula to, like, manipulate it.
My other thing is, like, it's very plain and clear as to what people like statistically. Statistically, people like certain themes, certain dialogue, certain motion, like. Pick certain like feelings
and yank them.
Really yank them out. Focus on them.
Draw
dig it in. You know, like get so detailed, but also it's just so easy to know what people like, right? Because it's like on the internet.
It's just like it upsets me so much to be someone who has these feelings and feels like I am passionate about this, right? Like, I have the passion for this topic, and would love to, but I don't have the talent to, like, fix it.
Yeah, same.
It's so disappointing.
Which is why I don't know. Yeah, it would be super cool.
Can I be an executive producer without having, like,
no,
like, what do I need to do?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it would be so cool to be in any writer's room, whether it be, like, in the studio, like, recording music, or in a TV or movie writing room, and saying, like, yes or no to certain things. Because, like, I feel like
do this, do a little bit more of this.
Yes.
You know, because I feel like I could give that guidance. Yes. But I don't have the skill set to, like, make it from scratch.
Creative director or quote unquote executive producer, I think, is like the most
dream role. I just don't really know how you
job.
get there.
I don't know, like, how do you
like, do you have to have the skills? Like, what's the trajectory?
I don't even know.
Like, do you have to be like someone who's like in the nitty gritty, like editing things before you can become an executive producer? I'm assuming that you have to, like, prove that you have taste.
So I don't think the other thing is that. That is, like, a most common one, that you do have to be, like, the person behind the screen and doing it from the ground up. But also, like, other people are super lucky that they just grow up with somebody that's, like, super talented. And then this person that is super talented that could, like, either act or sing or do whatever, they have this person that they trust, that they've grown up with for a long time, that has been constantly feeding them advice. Yeah. And, like, is a large reason as to why this person is successful. And, like, then they start picking up other people, and, like, other people will listen to this person because... So these people are just lucky that... I don't know, but...
I know. Just, like, I want someone to know that I have taste.
Yeah.
I want to monetize my taste.
Because it's good taste.
I want to curate. I want to curate.
Curating a vibe. Yeah. And you could do that in other ways, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Photos or whatever.
It's true.
Or writing. I don't know. But
it's true.
It's a lot of work.
It is. We just watched The Devil Wears Prada.
Love.
There's just something so beautiful. Like, that age of film. I don't know. I think right now, like, everyone's trying to get awards. Everyone's trying to win awards. Nobody's making a silly little film anymore. Like, I haven't seen a silly little film that was, like, not taking itself so seriously in ages. Like, a proper, like, proper rom-com. Like, obviously that's not going to be nominated for, like, whatever.
Yeah.
It's not
Who
EGOT.
cares?
It's not EGOT.
It's still gonna make money.
It's also, like, timeless. Like, The Devil Wears Prada was, what, like, 2000 whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's still referenced.
it's still incredibly relevant. Everything that's being said in that, I'm like, oh, this is relatable.
Also, after watching that, so I haven't watched that movie in maybe 10 years. And the first time I watched that movie, I was like, ugh,
You finished
boring.
it last night, right?
I did,
fell asleep, but...
The first time I watched that movie, I was like, ugh, boring. This girl's just working at a magazine and boring, boo-hoo. I was a kid, so I didn't understand. But now that I'm in the workforce and I watched this movie afterwards, it was like...
Of course the twins have read the published Harry Potters.
It was slapping the couch laughter. Like, I was cackling and also being like, like, the jokes, like, were hitting in a way that I was reflecting myself.
Manuscript? It's so good.
Reflecting in myself internally. It was like the one line where he was like, once your personal life is in shambles, that's when you'll be ready for a promotion.
That's crazy.
I was like,
crazy.
They did not lie.
There's so many one-liners in that movie that are just like so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Stanley Tucci ate up that role.
no, he did. He truly, honestly, everyone.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway, Emily Blunt, Meryl Streep,
Ate it
Stanley
up.
Tucci, like, wow.
Her blue smoky eye, Emily
Dude.
Blunt's, all her smoky eye looks amazing.
So good.
Meryl Streep, they made her look
Elegant.
so chic with her
Amazing.
silver gray little bob situation
Yeah.
happening. Oh,
So
good.
chic.
Like, the designer references are really cool too.
So cool. It's just a good movie.
It really
And
is.
I feel like we talk about like the movie thing being like a lot.
Yeah.
Because I just do feel like those kind of movies are like dead and gone. Like what I'm liking now is like a gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
Like a gut-wrenching
The no-think
A24.
movies are gone.
But
which
I
is
want a
adorable.
no-think movie
Me too.
that's like doesn't take itself so seriously. I did see Anyone But You in theaters, and there was supposed to be like rom-com is back. It just wasn't for me. Like
Yeah.
it took itself almost like it was trying to be a little too funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I did like about The Holdovers is that it's set in the 70s,
Yeah.
I think, and they used like 70s style cameras to film it, and it felt that way. Like I wish we could make a rom-com today with like older style
Me too.
cameras.
Film.
Just so that it felt more nostalgic.
Give
Because
me a
I
little
think that's what
grain.
the problem is. I feel like when I see an iPhone in a movie and it's shot on like IMAX,
Hate it.
I'm like,
Hate it.
bruh.
I hate when it is too blurry.
So
I hate when the shot is
amateur.
like this close
And,
and
like, the
I
background
can't
is,
see
like,
anything
completely
in the back. I
unclear.
hate it.
Why?
It's not
The
artsy.
bokeh?
It's
I
not.
don't-
It looks. It quote unquote looks expensive. Like, oh, you
It
use an
looks
expensive camera, but it's not.
It has no flavor. It has
It's
no
not.
nostalgia. Also, that's the thing. Like, your eyes don't do that. That's why this.
I don't
film is
want
nostalgic.
that. I want
don't
to
want
see
that.
what's in the background.
I'm down to see shit that clear in an action movie. You
Same.
want to do a Marvel movie like that?
Give me
by
that.
all means. Top Gun, go for it.
Exactly.
Go for it. Like, let me.
Not
see
a rom-com.
A rom-com, and that kind of crispness is just so wrong.
It's wrong. We should not be using
It just
those
doesn't
cameras.
have. It doesn't feel. It doesn't give the emotion.
Get me in the room.
That's
Get
what
me
I'm
in the room.
saying.
Like,
I'm
I'm
saying.
so pissed right now.
No, literally, because I
I'm
feel
so
like
pissed. Even dialogue too. Like, I know when something's wrong. I know
it's
when
just, like,
something's
it's
off.
just like not right.
It's not right.
And like I feel like too, like they're just trying to like cast people for roles that like don't really like. I want more fresh faces. Or like if you're gonna cast someone in a role that like is already like an existing like celebrity, you need to find a way to make their character believable. Because I feel like that's another thing. Like I'm watching films and I'm like, oh, that's so and so. The whole time I'm watching the movie, I'm like, that's so and so.
Yeah.
That's not their character. It's like
Yeah.
not believable. And maybe that's because movie stars now are like so accessible, right? Like they're on social media, so you like see them doing other things. And it used to be that you like wouldn't really know things about a star because like their lives were more private.
Yeah.
So like you could maybe believe that they were a character. But now I'm like, oh, it's so and so playing a character. I just feel like, you know, when you're watching a movie and you're like, haha, they're acting right now, and then it ruins the entire movie. Because like
Yeah.
you start to think about like everything outside.
yeah,
of the
which is
screen.
why Wonka was that for me.
Oh, see, I didn't
all I saw
see
was
that.
Timothy.
See, and I don't like you need. I don't know how they can get over that. But something needs to be done. Something needs to be done because I just. And,
It's not right.
And like the thing is like it's not Timothy. He is Lori. He is Lori. He is Theodore Lawrence.
Yeah.
Like I don't even see Timothy when I'm watching that movie.
No.
So like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like they're trying too hard. Like maybe things are trying too hard to like lure you in. That they're like losing the like
everyone's
effortlessness of it.
Everyone everywhere is looking at each other too much.
Oh yeah.
We are all staring at each other and like sniffing each other's asses all the time.
It's an interesting metaphor.
And it's true. But we're not focusing on the actual art, like the actual piece of art to be made and to be had.
Right.
We're all like, what is this person like? What does this person do? Which is also like not hard to figure out what people like. Also, that's like we have all the answers to that.
Right.
That's clear. Just focus on what you already know that people like, but focus on the art itself.
Like tell the story correctly. I want to be in the room so bad. I don't know what like degree I need. Like I don't like. Do I need to go back to school? I don't know.
No.
I just feel like I could fix this.
Yeah. No, I think I can fix this. Yeah.
I think I could fix it.
So we can fix this problem. Yeah. Anyways, I'm working on a screenplay. The movie's gonna come out in like 2060 though.
You'll be 80 years. You'll be so old.
I'll be 60.
Oh, 60.
I am the age of the decade.
Right. Sorry.
You'll be 70.
Okay. I'm only 1 year older than you. But like I was doing my math wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to find success that late in life.
Oh, I'm gonna find success earlier. I'm just saying my film arc is later.
Okay.
My writing film arc is later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I do feel like I need to start writing or something.
Yeah.
Because I'm like
It's a bit too early for me, but I mean it's never early. It's never late also.
That's true.
But I think that's gonna be a later chapter. So
I gotta figure out what to do with my life.
you're writing a novel.
I have not written anything.
Well, you're gonna.
I would like to.
Yeah.
I would like to.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm having the difficult issue right now of like I want to consume.
A bunch of stuff, yeah.
I can't like I can't create when I'm consuming.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I like double my amount of time that I have available to me.
Yeah. That's true.
Which is kind of impossible at this time.
Yeah. I know. The other thing, writing music would be really fun.
The fig tree. There's just
Fucking
so
hell.
much. Like,
I wish I was a dancer.
I feel like I have so much like untapped. Like, what if I have a skill that I don't even know about? What if I like never discover it because I like don't have the time to hone in on because I can't.
Yeah, dude.
Like, what if it turns out I like what if I was like really good at something and I just like didn't know it because I've never tried it.
So yeah, I'm stressed.
It just like freaks me out.
Same. I also want to like. I'm like, ooh, I want to design things. Like, I want to be a graphic designer. Because I have ideas.
Yeah.
But like the fact that I can't execute them really pisses me
upsetting.
off. Like because I don't have a skill for whatever tools to use. Like it pisses me the fuck
Well,
off.
I was also thinking this because when I watched The Bear.
Yeah.
Over Christmas break, I was just thinking like, wow, it's so crazy that like these main characters, like every single character, like that work environment is absolute dumpster fire garbage. And yet all of them are pulling up to work every day because they're like passionate about it. And I'm like, what would that be like to have something that like you're so passionate about that like it makes you feel better to do it than to not do it.
Up. Yeah.
And I feel a little lost.
Me too.
Being my age and like not having really a thing that I'm passionate about.
Today was actually fun though because
Today.
So we are yeah. Well, waking up this morning was easier for me because like
Sunday.
That is one of the factors, but there's a different one too.
Oh, because we slept in the same bed.
No. Well, yes, but we were watching TV, but like that is also I guess one of the factors. But like I didn't wake up with my serotonin being drained because I'm mid-project right now, like painting my entire
like a thing
apartment.
That's like
I have a thing that's going that like is a personal project to me. Like this is not just I'm painting my apartment. This is like
I have like a project.
I'm like reinventing myself.
Like when this is accomplished, I will have like a
different
thing.
outlook on life because of the colors of my wall. Like it's way more deeper than just I'm painting my apartment. Like I'm waking up because like I want to feel different.
Yeah.
And
I know because we got up at 7:55 this morning. We were like,
I'm waking up because I want to feel different and I want to change my life and I want to take action and I don't want to sulk.
Yeah.
So this is that.
Yeah. We did sleep in the living room all week.
Yeah, we did.
There's just something really like bleak and difficult about like sleeping in your room alone with the door shut. It's almost a little too...
I'm too in my thoughts.
It's so realistic.
I'm too in my thoughts right
now. Like, I just feel like I actually have a difficult time, like, getting up for work when it's, like, just me.
It's hard.
Like, I'm like, oh, this is sad.
It's
like,
sad.
I'm going to bed, like, sad and alone and, like, thinking about how I have to, like, wake up the next day and do X, Y, Z. And then I wake up and I'm, like, there by myself and I'm like, let me roll over and get my laptop.
Yeah. No, this is a true sisterhood.
Like
if it's one thing in this right now, it's a true sisterhood. Because nobody else got my back right now like you do.
Like nobody. Nobody's looking out for me.
Nobody's looking out for me.
That's why I was getting mad last night watching The Devil Wears Prada. Because, like, listen, I know everyone's like, oh, like, Miranda Priestley's the villain. Part of me is kind of like, I don't know if she's the only villain in that story.
Yeah.
Because I think her boyfriend is kind of a villain. And I understand where Nate is coming from, right? He's like, oh, like, you're...
Describe him.
Nate in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
For anyone who, like, knows that.
For anyone who hasn't seen The Devil Wears Prada.
I feel like that, yeah.
Okay. Nate is just, like, so him and Andy are, like, very much in love. They've been together for a long time. Like, they live together, the whole thing. She ends up getting this job at Runway. And it's, like, it's not her like dream job. She wants to work as a journalist for like an established like, you know, publication that's not like a women's magazine. But she takes the job anyways because she's like, oh, it's like for Miranda Priestley, like I'm gonna be able to get any job in publication. However, she's like not into fashion, whatever. Nate, I feel like is just like, I don't know, like I get that he knows who she is and he knows that she's not like a fashion girly, but I just feel like he's so like unsupportive in her job. And I get it, right? She's like bending over backwards, she's suffering, she's working around the clock, it sucks, like her attitude is changing, her personality is like he's like, oh, your personality is changing because she's like wearing cooler clothes. Like I don't think, at one point he's like, you lost your integrity. I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true, yeah.
And I don't feel like I just don't feel like he's supporting her in this because like I feel like if I were really struggling at my job, the last thing I would want is for my partner to be like, we'll just quit then. We'll just quit.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't even like fashion. Why are you even doing
this? He's not even giving it
Why
thought.
Are you berating me?
He's not even giving it thought.
He's playing the victim.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Oh, because you're upset about your job, like I'm suffering as a result. Why don't you...
Isn't it about you? Why are you making this about you?
This is your girlfriend's career stepping stone. And do you want to pay rent or not? She has the job. She's doing the job. She's suffering at the job. Make her feel better about that. She has to do it.
Exactly.
She has to do it.
Exactly. What the fuck?
You know? I just feel like...
She also... That is true. She did not lose integrity throughout the entire movie. She stayed true to herself.
Also,
I never saw her, like, losing her
so bad
mind.
when she was missing his birthday. She felt... She's fidgeting. She's trying to get out of work. Sometimes you just can't. No, sometimes you're at the office and you're doing a thing, or you're at an event and you're doing a thing, and you really can't leave without looking like an asshole to, like, the people you work with.
No. The only thing that changed about her was her outfits. That was genuine.
And she looked hot.
She did.
He even said so.
He did.
So I'm confused why
she was wearing a hot bra, and he was able to take advantage of that.
Also, when she was like leaning up against her car, and he walked past her, and then he was like,
whoa.
So what are you complaining about?
You're complaining that your girlfriend got hotter?
You're complaining that your girlfriend has designer? If she does lose this job, she can sell it for money.
Also, that job wouldn't be forever. She even said that.
She wasn't trying to be that.
No.
Who would
she was also not even working there for a year.
She was also what, like 23, 24?
Yeah.
This is like the beginning of her.
That's
the kind of job
he really
that you have at
victimized
that
himself.
age, you know?
Yeah. He really victimized himself.
He really did.
And he was a bit selfish in that.
He was. I just think that like if I was really struggling at my job, I would break up with my boyfriend if he was acting like that.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, you're literally not making me feel better at all. You're making me feel worse.
Well, you have a horrible work life, then you go home, you have a horrible relationship. Like that's hell. That's actual hell. That's not supposed to be. You're supposed to have a horrible work life and a great home life. If both are awful. Bro, neck.
That's what I'm saying. Neck. That's what I'm saying.
My head feels so heavy on my neck. And he called and he said that I was
Just
a wreck. And I'm stuck with him in this old bed.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways. That song was about her.
Yeah.
She wrote that song about him.
Her head did feel heavy on her neck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was those new bangs.
Those bangs were way. Well, shouldn't her head feel lighter if she got bangs? You like take some hair off. Bob. Those bangs looked good.
They did.
So good. What have you been consuming this week? Your weekly
Take
report.
McCray.
Oh, you're still on that.
Yeah.
I'm still on that.
Take McCray week number 2. Take McCray.
Take
Woo!
McCray.
Tater tot.
Okay, I feel like I'm still on my Joe.
Who? Oh yeah, Joe.
Great.
Joe, week number 2.
Yeah, so week 2 on that, and then also new Maggie Rogers. Don't forget me. The only thing is I keep forgetting what the melody of it is when I say the song name because all I hear is "Don't forget me."
Same.
Like
Same.
I feel like
thought of that when I read the title.
I feel like the timing of this was off because like now I'm just thinking about Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
However, I really
love her.
I am enjoying this song very much so. Very much so.
Love
Can't wait for this
her.
album.
Wait, I have to look.
Oh yeah, what else you got?
I
did add a few things to my the new Casey Musgraves Deeper Well, the new Conan Gray that has been added onto my playlist.
Oh, we also watched The Perks of Being Wallflower, and I added Cocteau Twins Pearly Dewdrops Drop. Wait, well, Pearly Dewdrops Drop because what's her name in the movie? Sam talks about that song, and so I was like, Sam has good taste.
I used to listen to the worst top 40, but then I heard this one song, Pearly Dewdrops Drop,
and she was right.
She was right. That movie,
wow, that's a movie
really
that is
great
really
film. It has A24 energy.
It does.
It's a book adaptation, and listen, those are almost
hit or
always
miss,
good.
but yeah,
I feel like they're almost
good
always
shit.
good, unless they're done wrong.
Oh, and then If You Think I'm Pretty by Artemis.
Right.
I love that song right now. He's on the come up, so catch him early. Catch him early. Oh, also, and then the new McGee album is really good.
I'm not there yet.
McGee.
Not there. Unless you're like playing that in the car.
I
get a lot of like
singles.
I feel like I think I like know a lot of music, but really it's just like coming through your wall.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, I know this song. Where did I hear this?
Yes.
And it's just like coming through the walls, it's like being played in your car.
Yes.
There's a lot of blend happening here. I'm reading. I'm on page 160 of this. I'm going really slow. I can tell that like I can tell that this is gonna be a time for me. Like I can feel it already because I like don't. Also, I've not consumed any spoilers, which I'm really glad about. I'm just going really slow. I feel like this week was kind of slow for me in terms of like obsessive behavior. I'm even struggling with my like white boy of the week Wrapped this week. I think I have it solidified. I think I want to do Walker first and Logan Lerman second. So it's a very Percy Jackson heavy week because I feel like that's the only thing that's been like kind of like exciting me this week. But otherwise it's been slow. Like I just feel like I saw a bad movie on Tuesday and that was really uninspiring. It honestly sucked the life out of me a little bit. Argyle, if you were curious. And then the rest of the week I was just kind of like, ooh, like I just was just not super inspired. Oh, I was looking through my calendar and I was like, oh wait,
I want to do a show and tell.
Okay, well,
should you get yours?
Let me get mine.
This is my thing of the week that I have sitting behind me, but it's a surprise.
I have one more thing of the week too. Okay, should we do a reveal?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. We went to Little Tokyo and I got a Sony Angel.
Cute, and I got a
Monchichi.
It's
What's
called
that?
Chimutan.
Oh.
Chimutan. This one's like, I guess, a Chimutan. I don't know what the difference is. Different line. But
like
it's a bunny.
Monchichi.
It's a bunny Monchichi.
I just feel like I needed to feel something, so I was like, let me go get a Sunny Angel. That will make me feel better.
Yeah,
so.
no, me too. I love buying toys, and it's really sad.
Yeah, this was a very exciting thing this week. The other thing that I thought we should bring up is Flying Dutchman Unwrapped.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Like.
Oh my god.
Also, we did it right this time because the first time we had them, they were like fine. Like no, the first time I had them, they were like it was delicious. But this time I got my Flying Dutchman grilled onion wrapped on both sides with pickle and spread, and that was an experience. It's something I could never eat in front of an audience.
Yeah, no.
However,
should not be eaten on camera.
delicious. I'm on my American food kick right now.
I got a
Burgers.
banana pepper. Get a chili, the whole chili on the side.
Chilitos.
Bite it and then pour it on the Flying Dutchman. That shit's so good.
So good. The fries were great. It's just the whole thing.
Your tongue will feel burnt.
No, I literally had a canker sore immediately after.
Yeah.
It's gone now.
Ooh, I want to eat. You know, sometimes when you have a canker sore and like you eat something sour, and
so it
it's
like burns. I know it's like putting
But it kind of
sanitizer on like a paper cut. Ooh. Ooh, the rush. Oh, I'm getting a tattoo this week, so I will feel that again. You know, like a little bit
the
of,
scratchies.
I just love the pain sometimes. It reminds you you're alive.
It does.
Sometimes you
have
need that.
feelings,
You
that
need to
nerves.
be in a dangerous situation.
I got my
So you can
punani
do it well.
lasered, and that's what I was thinking of. I was like, oh wait. I was like, maybe I should do this pain.
Do you do whatever? Oh, the thing that I do. When I'm in there and they're zapping me and it hurts so bad, and I'm like, you deserve it. You deserve it. Inside my head, I'm like, yeah, you deserve that. Like that's yeah. Mm-hmm. And it honestly hurts less.
Yeah.
Maybe not the right coping mechanism, but alas.
Totally.
Also, I have my lip products of the week. Elf Glow Reviver Lip Oil. This is the shade Jam Session. Obsessed. It's like the Dior Lip Glow, I think. A little minty. And then, I have these. Okay. Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. This one's in cherry. The color is a little bit red for me. I don't know if I really love the color, but I love how it smells, so I'm going to wear it anyways. Topical Slick Salve. Hit. If you're going to buy one of the lip butter things that's happening this week, that's happening this time because there's so many, let it be this one because gloss, it's giving gloss. It's a little minty. It stays on for a long time. Highly recommend. And then also this Saltaire. This one's a little bit more balmy. The formula I like less than the other two, but this color is beautiful. And I am reaching for it actually really often. So yeah, those are my
My
lips.
turn?
Yeah.
Okay, so this week we got the Giorgio Armani Lip Power in 107. Alright, it's almost gone. As you can see, you could probably tell why. Something might be almost gone. It's because it's been used. And then we got the Lano Lips in Rhubarb.
What is that supposed to be the dupe of? The
People
Road.
were saying Road, but this is, I don't agree. But it's just another
I do love the Road
another
too,
balm.
but
Paloma on TikTok was recommending this, and I
love
trust her. She was like, this is like the best thing that she grew up with that she still uses to this day. And I agree, it smells really good and makes my lips super moisturized. I put it on at night and then I wake up super moisturized, soft lips.
here are my things. So many things. Oh, I just put that in my mouth. Okay. Well,
Alright, thanks for watching.
thanks so much.
We're gonna paint and it's gonna be beautiful.
Next week, it's literally gonna be stunning. Can't wait.